Good day, puppy lovers. Today I have a little Mia, the Chorky. Look at that cute little face. Okay, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this groom. All right, little one. Oh, no, I was going to bring her straight to the bath, but you know what? She's getting a shave down today. So in the summertime, she gets a shave, and so does her little brother. And yeah, in the wintertime, she gets, what is it she gets? I think she gets a 13 millimeter little girl. All right, so we're gonna get this groom going. So I wanna show you her colors here. Look at this. She's got speckles and spots, which I find absolutely adorable. What a cutie. It's been such a hot summer here in my area, and keeping them shorter, you got to keep them out of the sun though, It's not so short that she'd get sunburn, but you still got to keep them out of the sun. So, I don't know, there are two schools of thought. Some say that if you leave the hair on the dog, that helps with like some sort of insulation, right? And of course it'll stop the dog from getting any sunburns. But then some say that you gotta cut the hair shorter because the dog still gets hot. But you know what? Dogs they only sweat through their mouth and their feet. So that's the only way they can evacuate the heat. So they're not like us, right? They don't sweat the same way on their bodies. So what do you guys think? Are you all for keeping the hair long in summer? And what's your reason why? Or are you someone who prefers the shave down like I'm doing for summer? And what's your reason for that? I guess because the dog can get hot. But two schools of thought, and actually I don't know which one is right because both of them make sense, right? So I don't really know what the real answer is to that question. So I'm just going to take all of this off and we're going to go straight to the tub because there's no point in keeping the hair long, washing all that hair and then just shaving it off. Okay, you're just going to take it all off. It'll be faster to dry also. Sometimes they'll cringe like that. They don't always like being, having their necks shaved like this. You just hold the head up like that. Bring the little ear flap back. Gotta get her done. Let's do her belly. I'm just going to do the top part here. This part here I'm going to do with a 10 blade. So I'm not going to worry about that. Of course, she's a female, but she doesn't have long nipples. Some pups have longer little teats, and you need to be sure that you're watching for that. You don't want to accidentally take one of those off, right? Okay. I'm going to lock this leg here. The way I do that is just hold her elbow. I could easily do like this, but I might end up into a struggle. Sometimes I'll start off like this. If I see that the dog pulls too much, then I'll go into a little leg lock here. Keep that leg straight. And always check for the warmth of your blade, because these blades can tend to get hot. So you either add some coolant to your blade, or you can always change the blade. See how she's pulling like that? I'm just going to lock her leg like this, keep my finger underneath her foot, just to keep it straight, or my hand. She doesn't want. And so if the dog's pulling and pulling, you kind of have to try to follow them. Like if they're pulling and if you just hold and hold and hold and they're pulling too hard, you don't want to You don't want to dislocate a shoulder or something. So you kind of got to either stop or you got to keep holding on. It's important because you got to teach the dog that no, you know, if you do that, that won't work. But you got to be persistent, but you got to be careful, okay? All right, so let's get her in the tubby tub. Look at that face. Little girl. Now Mia sometimes gives me trouble. I hear myself saying, Mia, Mia, Mama Mia. Hang on. You gotta put this on here because she's gonna get me all wet. Are you? Sorry about that. Got a frog in my throat this morning. Mia, Mia, Mia. Yeah, sometimes she makes me say Mia, Mia, Mama Mia. Yeah, because she's just squirmy. And when they're squirmy like this, there's always some danger to get any water in her ears. So I just try to get her done as quick as I can. Whoops. And when I say quick, I don't mean moving fast. I just mean just being efficient at what I'm doing. Oh, and by the way, I see this carpet on my video sometimes and I'm thinking, oh my God, they must think it's dirty. It's just so stained. I need a new one. These carpets, they get stained. Even you wash. I have a brush that I use to wash it. Brush it down and it just gets stained. Okay. Here, I tried some stickers at the bottom. It worked for a little while, but then started looking funky because it was peeling off. And you got 2 feet. Hang on. Got to do both of them. Okay, now let's try to do her head. And I said, try. I have hairs. My mouth. Wait, no. No. So dogs that are tougher to do, it's best to just do what you can and let the client know. Sometimes you may not be able to finish certain things. Of course, she needs to be rinsed out and that needs to get done. But there are certain parts, like example, if the dog doesn't want you to finish off the legs, then, you know, you gotta let it go. If it's getting dangerous, like you got your scissors in your hands, your clippers, and it's getting dangerous, just let it go. It's just gonna frustrate you and the dog, and there's just more chances of an accident happening. And so see how I'm not washing her here? Her face is way too tiny. I don't want to get in there with soap, so I'm going to clean her eyes here, this stop area. I'm going to clean that out with my product at the table, okay? This is just how I do it. If you're a groomer and you're able to do it and you're used to it, and this is just how I do it. I just prefer doing it this way. No set laws. Look at those colors. Look at that. Hey, watch it. Oh. No, I don't want any water in your ears. She moved and darn. Loosen this up so you can get underneath. You can do your belly. Little jelly belly. Do you have a jelly belly? My cat has a jelly belly. Yeah. I have a little Sphinx, a little Devon Rex Sphinx mix. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe up her head. She's tough to rinse out. Her head is pretty tough to rinse out. I'm gonna try, but I'm probably gonna have to just keep rinsing out with the towel. I'm going to try a bit. Keep her holding her down. Try to hold her ears, she's gonna fight me. Hold both ears. No! Ow! She really fights me. this. Okay. So I held down one ear. I'm going to try to hold down the other ear. Okay. So we'll just do the rest with the towel. So see what I just did there? I'm using the towel here, the washcloth. She's all over the place. And I'm trying to get in there. As long as there's no sparkles left, she's good. But I did do a quick rinse with running water, so I'm happy, I'm satisfied. Okay. All right. We're getting out. So yeah, mia, mamma mia. Squirmy wormy. You're just a squirmy wormy. It's all over the place, this one. Your brother's a lot more calm. That's your brother. Shadow. Hi, Shadow. You got a little brother with you, huh? You gotta be a good girl, huh? You gotta be a good girl. Let's wipe you up. Bring you to the table. Give me a second. Hang on. These guys, they could easily just jump right out. Really. She could easily jump right out of the bath and land on the ground, and we don't want that. Here, there you go. So you always got to keep your hand on these little squirmy wormies. Starting off with the little ears and the little head, body, squishy, the feetsies, the tail, and your front feetsies. There you go. So she doesn't enjoy the drying either. So I try to get her face as dry as I can with my towel. I'll come right back in. So I have my hand on her, don't worry guys, she's so good. I'm trying out this new, it's the SOOS, Dead Sea Pet product. How do people pronounce this? Is this Seuss, or do they just say SOOS? Or, no, not sauce, Seuss, I don't know. But this, I love this company. Silky Smooth, this is the dematting spray that I'll be using. I just got it. I tried it on a previous dog right before filming her. Starting to film her. Hang on guys, it's gonna go dark. And really soft. Really soft. Give me a second. Sorry I'm making you guys dizzy. You staying right there, little girl. You always gotta be right close to them. You never know. I just had to take some of that hair out because as soon as I start the dryer, it's going to be snowing hair. So yeah, so have you guys tried this one? I tried it out. I think it's really soft. The smell, it's really hard to describe the smell. It just smells like fresh, clean. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, she'll have some only on her tail. She's fine. Only on the tail. Only on your tail today. All right, let's clean out. I could easily put some on her head. Let's do that. Give me a second. Oh boy. So I'm gonna spray it on my hand. And this is how I do it for dogs that, you know, you don't want to be spraying right in their face. So, especially if she's moving around like that. Not easy to get it, you know, I'm just putting a little, but not easy to get it on her face. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so as I've shown you more than once, this is how I get things done. One of these, another one of these. I'm going to need scissors. I just threw my little scissors away because they were not sharp anymore. So no worries, she's not cold. She's shivering, but shivering from stress. It's really hot in here. Well, really, it's okay hot. We're not dying, but oh boy, yeah, she's really tough. Okay, so when they're tough like this, I'll try to hold them at the head like that. I have my hand up on the head like this, and I'll be using my fingers like that to try to keep her in place. There's a little bit of a tug. I don't necessarily have to pull it out. I'll do the same thing on this side. Hang on, honey, hang on, hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the scissors. I'm using my curves. See, if you don't have your little tiny scissors, you can use your curves and come in with the belly of the curve so that you don't hurt the dog, right? With the point. No, hang on. Okay, she had poopers there that I had to get rid of. I'll do the same thing again, hang on. I'm just holding her, there's no pressure here. I'm holding like the back here, like right where her ears are. So her head is laying on this here. So you obviously see she's not choking or anything. So I'm just gonna use the belly of this here. There. The reason why I'll do the cutting, I get rid of all of that and I do the cutting is because I want to get rid of all of that here to make it easier for me to get down to the skin with my product. And you don't want your product to be soaking like that. If it's for the ears, it's fine, but for the eyes, no, because when you're gonna squish in, you might get some of that product inside the eye. And it's not made for inside the eye, right? It's just made for cleaning around the eyes. So I'm just gonna rub-a-dub-dub. If this dog had like an eye infection or something, I would clean with only one pad on one side and another pad on the other side, because I would not want to spread. But this puppy does not have any ear infections. Let's look at the bum. Any problems there? Let's see, it's always good to come in with your little flea comb to see if there's any trouble there. If there's nothing, you're fine. If there's some, then you want to wipe that up with a little baby wipe once you've taken everything out. Yes, you're in the bath and you're cleaning and you're rubbing and you're pulling sometimes you'll find some poopers there, but anyhow, anyhow. You just take them out the way you can. Where's my other, there it is, okay. Do you need any ear plucking, as if you'd let me do that? No. No ear plucking needed. This ear canal is fine. The other one too, I'm guessing. Yes. So all I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my ear product. Now this is okay if it's soaking a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use this side for one ear, and then I'm going to flip my cotton around. You can use 2, you can use 3, you can use 4. See how she just doesn't want this? So now she's not very dirty now. I flipped it around. This is the side I'm going to use now for the other ear. Now notice how I always do the same sequence. I'm always doing the same sequence. One ear, the other ear. One leg, the other leg. I'm going to use my brush here. This is my wet brush. And the wet brush has those little plastic nibs on there. It does not scratch. Just use that a little for her tail. All right, so now we're going to dry her, Missy. Hey, Misty, we'll dry you. And I'm also going to disinfect my tools here. A little bit of alcohol goes a long way. All right, so this drying won't be very long. As you see, she's so tired. Yep. All right, I'm not gonna put her on a sling. It's gonna be 2 minutes, so she's gonna be jumping around probably. All right, hang on. Here we go. top here. All right, so see how quick that was? It was under a minute. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of this one here. And I'm gonna let the rest of her head dry off. It tickles, I know. It's just a little bit of wind. You're all good. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this, just very little, just to kind of get the whole process started. How strong she is. Just pushes and pushes me. I don't want to stress the dog out more than she is, so that's why I don't, another reason why I don't like to have to dry their heads too much. See, I'm done. She's really just pulling on. I'm not going to fight that. No, wait. No way, Jose. All right. So, let's get down to the pads. I'm using a 30 blade here, number 30. And I'm just going to clean out these little toesies here. I'm using my corners. See how I'm using the corners? You just gotta see all these toes. There's always a little hair under there too, so. Do this again. If you need to see the toes, I'm gonna use the corner here. Use the corner on that side. I'm in a little V shape here. You can come in the other way too. Just clean it up. Just use your corners. Got to use your tool properly. I'm holding it lightly. I'm not, holding it super tight. I'm just holding it lightly. See how I can it's just light. You don't want to cause any problems in your wrists, in your arms, no stress. I'm holding her foot lightly. I'm holding this clipper lightly. Everything's done lightly. She's pulling lightly. Okay, we're done. All right, so we're done with the 30 blade for now. I'm gonna jump in with the 10 blade. Since she's already showing me her back end, I'm gonna clean out this area here. She's got her peepees here that you can clean out. Gotta go in nice and slow, guys. Very sensitive area, as you can imagine. If you want to use your 10 blade, and only a 10 blade, you can come in and clean this area out. Just do not touch this. Float on top, use your corners. Okay, we'll finish that off with my scissors later. Stand her up. I'm gonna clean out the little belly area here, just a little. It's just cleaner. That's why I do it. And anything that's hanging like off of her legs, that'll be cut with the scissors later on. Okay, so now I'm gonna do underarms. Sannies and underarms, this is what the 10 blade's for. All right, we'll do the other one here, like that. There. Okay, so once in a while you can come in, because the hair's gotta dry on its own. You can come in and use the tighter side of your comb. It's got more. This side has less, this side has more. So, or you can use a little brush, little mini slicker brush. See, I have this here. It's a little pointy mini slicker brush. And I like to use this for faces, but her face is so tiny. So we're going to continue letting that dry. Let's look at your toenails, hun. Another sip of water. Yuck. I think I swallowed a hair. Was that your hair? Probably, yeah. Okay. Toenails. She's got tiny toes. So I prefer using sometimes these kitty nippers. Sometimes they'll have small toes, but they'll have really big toenails. Depending on the dog, these are very tiny. So we're just gonna go in with little tiny toenail clippers for kitty cats, like that. These are very tiny. And you'd be surprised. Oops. You'd be surprised how big some toenails can be on these little dogs. It's like the nail is like bigger than the foot. No, I'm just joking. All right. I'm trying to get better at filming the nails. Not always easy to... Oh, you don't have any thumbs? No thumbs for you, lady. Oh, but we got one here. That does happen sometimes. Well, they'll have a thumb on one side and none on the other side. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. So she's still shaking. You're okay, little girl. You're safe. You're okay. I take care of you. All right. So now back with the 7-blade, because now I'm going to give a second shave. As you saw that I shaved. Okay, the first shave. See, another thing for speed. Keep your clipper blades always the same place. I go from the shortest to the longest, and always put them back in the same place. You'll pick up speed by always, you just bring your hand over and you grab it. You know where it is. You got to look at it just the same. Always look at your blade number just the same. Always. You never know if you've been distracted and you didn't place it back in the right spot, but always, it's always best. So I'm just going to give her a quick pass here to be sure that it's nice and clean and there's nothing sticking out. I always do a second pass after the bath. I'll just leave this up to the scissors. Come up the back here. I come and do the opposite direction because I like to grab the hairs that are here, because if I'm going this way, it won't grab any hairs. See? There. All right. A little bit off the tail, underneath bum bum. You don't want to do this on her little pee-pee area. There you go. Clean that out. See here? See the hair here? When you come down like this, you're not always catching that hair. See that? So if you come in an opposite direction, you'll pick it up. The dog is shaved down. It doesn't really show because it's a little shorter on the legs, just a little. But it's nothing that really shows, so I prefer it be a little shorter than to have all these little sticky outies everywhere. So. What you doing, girly? Okay, we turn her around. Let's do the front. Woo! You stay with me, hon. We're gonna look up. And we're gonna do this here. You gotta be careful. There's so many little bones and divots, and it's gotta be really light. So you gotta hold your clipper nice and light. We're just like feathering over it lightly. You don't want to press. You don't need to press. There's no need to press down on the skin. If you're pressing down, you better believe that it's too hard. You're going on too hard on the skin. I like to do a reverse, just a little from the transition from the 10-blade to this here. I do a little reverse here, just to clean that up. Okay, you decided you're done? I'm not done. Right here, let's do the other side. There. All right. Well, I need to oil up my blade. I'll do that later. Put this aside. This is the same number, guys. I just found that it was a little warm. See how she just fights it? So you do the best you can with the blade. And if it really doesn't work, you can come in with some scissors and do it with scissors. I'm doing scissors anyway, so I'm not too bothered by her fighting me. I'll just get a little done. Because here it's really easy. It would be really easy to hurt them because they've got so many bones. And if they're pulling and you're trying to cut, you could easily, you know, scrape a bone, and there's bumps and bones and toes and all kinds of stuff. Let's give this a quick comb again. I'm combing everything forward here. Just want that to dry forward. It's almost dry, guys. You can also come in with your towel and give it a little rub. And let them do that because that helps dry too. Right, let's get the scissors out and finish this pup. Let's finish grooming this pup. Show me your toesies again. Get the tail out of the way. I'm gonna go around all the feet. 1, 2, no pulling. 3, 4. These scissors are starting to dull out. I also need to get myself some more scissors, like some extras. I have some straights, extra. I just don't have extra curves. I'd have a few pairs to buy this fall. I'm gonna probably do that. So yeah, we went all around. There you go. So since she's shaved, I don't have much to cut off. All I'm gonna be doing here is going around to see wherever anything sticks out. See, here's her little female part. I'm putting my hand here. I don't want to cut that. I'm gonna pull out my small slicker brush. We're gonna fluff that up a bit. You could use your curves or use your blenders, whatever you like to use. I'm gonna fluff everything back up. Use the back end here. There. And here, I'm gonna cut this. See, my fingers are there? Fingers are there because they're guiding me. So I don't clip her. Right, so that's done. So whenever it's a shave down, it's only like, you start from one end and you go around. There, okay. You just start here and you come around. And you turn her around. Fluff the toes lightly. You don't want to scratch or scrape. I'm going to just round this out a bit, just a bit. We're just cleaning up what the clipper couldn't pick up. And come in with some straights because she didn't want me to do this. Okay, she's got a little bit under her arm there, a little bit under her arm here. And fluff this up a bit again. No, you're all good. We're almost done. We're gonna do your face and we're gonna be done. It's gonna be your brother's turn. Huh? Okay, so try to fluff anything here. We're all good. Okay, turn her around. Yeah, be careful. There's that toe there. There's that extra toe there. always got to watch for that one. Little bugger. So what's your most difficult part of grooming? If you groom your own dogs at home, or if you're a groomer, a new groomer, or even a seasoned groomer, and do you still have areas that you still have a hard time with? Keep an eye on that. You can see right through that hair, so, oh, see here? See right in there? I didn't get that. I didn't get that with the clipper. So if you haven't subscribed and you've been watching my videos, it only takes 2 seconds to just subscribe. That'd make me more than happy. I've been doing videos here for the last 2 years. It'll be 2 years in October. So October 2025. So if you're watching this at a later date and time, then that's it. It is now August 23rd that I'm recording this. It will be launched on Monday, which was Saturday today, Sunday, Monday, so in 2 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 25th. That's it. So yeah. Some groomers don't flag the tail. I like to flag the tail like that. Some groomers just bring the tail all the way down and then cut there. It's just their own way of doing it. See, I had a client that called me a while ago, a new client, and she asks me, she says, are you comfortable with the schnauzer cut? Because some people are not very good at it, she says. So I says, and she says, is it nice, and is your cut nice? Well, I told her, I says, each groomer creates their art in their own way, so, the way you like something is in the eye of the beholder. And I can imagine you can be better at, it can be cut crooked and it can be obviously not well done, but so I'll be seeing her soon. So her pup is only 2 months old, so she says as soon as her pup hits 3 months, she wants to come see me. And we'll have the first bath. Okay, honey, what do I do with her head? So her body's all done, sorry. Her body is all done, and we're going to do 13 on her head. Do 13. Because you're shaved, I don't know why I haven't been doing a 10. But we'll still do 13 because your mom's used to seeing you with 13. Because she's longer in the wintertime, so let's see. Oh, what did I just do? See, guys? I was thinking, put a 10 because I was thinking of the adjustment comb, number 10. So it's a 30 that goes under there. You can put a 10 if you want, but it'll just leave it longer. Oh, I think I'd go shorter, but I've never really go shorter. I always give this one, but you're all good, hon. You're okay. It's just holding her behind her ears. She pulls. That's why I hold her like that. Huh? You like to pull? All right. So since she's not a Yorkie, she's just mixed. I like to just do a ear, contour ear. I contour this ear all around. And I'm going to make a nice round tip. If this was a Yorkie, I'd do pointy tips, but since she's mixed, I don't. Unless the client asks me to. Have I done pointy ears on you before? Maybe I did. Maybe in another video I did, but I know I prefer going around like that. Anyway, makes her look more like a puppy. She's so tiny. So the ears are really simple. All I did was go all around. I'm gonna fluff everything up like here, like that, I mean, like here, like that. And I am going to get rid of all of this extra fluff on the top, just like that. Okay, do the same thing here. Fluff everything back and up. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this chunky junky here. Hold that tight. Now I'm gonna cut some of this off here around her eyes using the belly. When I say belly, I mean this part here. This is where I'm aiming. I'm not using the tips because I want the tips away from her face. So I come in with the belly. You gotta be careful. So I'm just taking most of it off, and then I'll come in with my not chunkers, but thinners here. I'm just going to take all of that off from between our eyes. We took some off a while ago, guys, but not enough. So I'll just pull everything forward. You can hold her eyes, like pull this back here like that, and come in with the tip. Clean that up, because that grows in so fast, okay? And so see how excuse me, see how it comes out to a point instead of being round? I'm gonna go fix that. I'm just gonna go fix it like this and try to round it out a little more. I don't like that cone happening. Okay, honey. So I'm gonna come in really short here on the chin, but she's going to fight me. We do what we can with her face, guys. We really do. The longer you stay on a face with scissors, the more chances you have on cutting the dog, so. Just cleaning all of this out. You also got to remember, when you're holding your scissors and you're cutting, you don't want to be using muscle, okay? You just want to be tapping. Because if her ear ends up, I'll be tapping. So if you're grinding and grabbing it, you're going to probably cut right through that ear. So, just a light tap. It's better to have a light little cut on the ear than to cut the ear off, okay? Although we don't want any of the cuts. No, we don't. We don't. So you need to let me know what you think about this cut here. What you think about, you know, like we talked about also a while ago about having either short or long hair in the summer. And what you think about that. But you also need to let me know what you think about this cut. I know I can't please everyone. The only person I need to please is my client. And my client has been coming to me for many years now, so I'm guessing that she's probably pleased with my work. And I'm giving her exactly what she's asking for, because that's what it's all about. You know, the client may come in and you say, oh, that's not how you're supposed to cut the dog. You know, you're supposed to give him the, you know, the standard, whatever. And it's like, they don't care about that. Some do. Some do. And that's what they want. And if that's what they want, that's what they get. You got to give the client, follow their directives. You say, I really want this body short. If she'd ask me to shave only this part, this half of the body, and keep all of that long, then fine, I'll do that. She's paying me to do that, as long as I'm not hurting the dog, you know? If it's anything that would cause any struggle or pain for the dog, then I need to intervene and say no, right? But whatever cut they're asking for, that's up to them. Look at that little round face. Look at you. Okay, no high pitch, no high pitch. When we go into high pitch, then they start getting all excited. We high pitch after, okay, honey? I gotta take some of this off because she does tend to get a whole bunch of food around her mouth here like this. Oh my God, you're so cute. Look at that, oh my God. Cuteness overload. It should be illegal. Huh? It should be illegal to be this cute. I'm gonna try to take some of that out, but nah, I'm not sure. Okay. Give me a second. Hang on. There. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna finish this off with my nice blenders here so that I can make a nice soft edge. And I am going to, this is it, guys. I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. No, 8. I gotta stop saying 10. Why do I say 10? 8 a.m. Eastern time. Mondays and Fridays, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And if you're interested, I also have memberships. So if you want to go check that out, all you have to do is click join. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Let's fix this. I'm going to go fix that. Take care. Bye.
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.